This offense is literally taking over college football 26. And in this video, I'm going to give you the best plays out of it. Now, the reason that the Bowling Green offense is so popular is not just because it has the bunch tight end, but it has bunch strong offset, bunch offset, this trips Y over, one of the most underrated formations in the game. It has this trips tight end formation as well. It's just a great like passing book, has pretty much everything that you need. But I'm going to show you in this video why bunch tight end is so good. Now, I know that the meta defense right now is the double mug. The audibles that you want to set for this scheme, in my opinion, are the RPO alert bubble, the halfback off tackle, the mesh dig, and the X spot. Now, if you don't want the RPO bubble, you can come out in this play, but I tend to like to come out in whatever play I want to, and then I can audible to the core plays of the scheme. So we're coming out in this play stick. And first things first, let's talk about the bubble. So the bubble is really good. It's really, really good to the short side of the field. So as you see here, I have my bunch. I'm going to start out with my bunch to the short side, and we are just going to try to throw this bubble. And as you see, man coverage doesn't really defend this bubble properly. And in fact, if I flip this play to the wide side, you're going to notice here that I'm going to get a little bit of a different result. Let me actually audible to the bubble here. And you're going to see that the man coverage actually plays it a lot better when they're to the wide side of the field. Now, of course, the other thing we want to just show you here real quickly is if they do press up that man coverage on the short side, as we get flashbang there, they can play the bubble screen, right? Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. Again, the best place to run this bubble though is actually to the right hash mark. For whatever reason, this bubble is extremely effective on the right side, especially against man coverage. So I'm gonna have 4 players over there, and we're just gonna be able to have a free yards as we get flashbang for a second time. So, anyways, the bubble screen is really, really good. It's not just good against double mug, it's good against anything. It's really good against zone-based looks. And then you also have this halfback off tackle. Now, what's nice about the halfback off tackle is it's basically a stretch run, and you could easily just bust this run against double mug defenses. I'm going to show you a little trick that I like to use when running the halfback off tackle. If my opponent is, as I throw my controller there, and we just bang something, I don't know what just happened there, but we'll get back to it here. So if my opponent is in mid blitz, one of the things that I want you to do is this little trick with the halfback off tackle. So as you see here, typically they like to use the safety like this. So all we're going to do is we're just going to call halfback off tackle, motion this guy all the way across the formation. He's going to follow him, and this makes it a little easier to bust this run against standard defenses that you're going to face. And oh, by the way, they didn't patch the stiff arm. It's still absolutely insane. So as you can see there, a couple different runs. We have the bubble, we have the RPO, we have the halfback off tackle, we have other runs in the playbook. This draw is more of an interior run. This draw is okay. It's really more for like a zone-based defensive. If they're in more of a zone type of player, then yeah, this is really good, especially if they're dropping those linebackers out. Obviously, if they blitz the linebackers, it's going to be a little bit less consistent. But in general, this is a really, really good formation to run out of, and it's one of the reasons why it's taken over the game, because it's hard to run double mug on this because you can just run the ball against the majority of ways that they're going to run double mug. Now, another thing that you can do against the double mug, specifically this mid blitz, is kind of take advantage of the fact that they are in man coverage. And if you notice here, you're going to see that the safety is oftentimes manned up to the tight end. So there's a couple ways they can combat that. Number one, they can just leave him there and use for this defender, or they might not even realize it and they're going to just do this out of habit, and you might be able to get them over the top for a big play with a tight end streak. Either way, they're going to be over in this area normally. And one of my favorite things about this in terms of how it attacks mid blitz is the fact that they can't really press this inside bunch receiver. So one of my favorite tricks is I love to come out with this bunch to the short side. I'm going to show you a really cool route here. You're going to see, and again, this doesn't, you can kind of do this out of any play. I'm going to flip my play, and I'm going to put this slot receiver on a table route when he crosses the running back. So as you see here, I'm going to put the running back on a flat. This route right here, when this receiver goes into the running back position, I'm going to put him on a running back table, and he will actually go on it. So you see here, I'm going to wait for him to cross right about here, put him on that table route. You see he goes on the table route. And then what I like to do is use that corner route. We'll stem that corner route all the way down underneath of it. And then on this, backside, we can really do whatever we want to do. But what you're going to see is this really does a good job of kind of isolating mid blitz as you see there, as we get yelled at off the left side. Good old pass pro not registering. I don't know. We'll actually show it to you one more time here. But anyway, this little idea, I think is kind of a unique way to attack mid blitz. So again, you're going to wait. He's going to go over the guard, put him on that running back table route, and then you can put this corner on the field. Or if you want to, put him on a zig. Put him on a zig. That'll make it even easier. And then, just for sake of illustration, I just want you to really look at the routes over there on the left side. I'm only going to have 3 routes out here. And we are going to ID this guy so that DN does not come in. So anyways, you're going to see here with mid blitz, we get this guy moving, and then you've got your flat that could be a potential beater, and then you've got this simple little zig right there that could potentially be able to beat the man coverage. Another thing is just that, again, this is why I like to come out short side pretty much every time, because when you come out short side, then you're going to be able to kind of do some of these flip tricks. So I'm going to put that slot receiver again on that table route. I'm going to put that corner route to the inside bunch receiver, and then this outside bunch receiver, I'm going to put him on a drag. This is really good for attacking mid blitz, and the main reason why is just because of the fact that you're going to get some natural picks and rubs within this, and you see that table route can just pop off of a press man type of look. So anyways, those are a couple of easy ways that you have to be able to beat and attack mid blitz within this offense. Another one that I really like is this play mesh dig. You're just going to block your tight end, put your running back on a streak. You're going to motion your running back out. I'm going to go ahead and put base protection here. And basically, you're just going to have high-low reads. Now, again, as I was talking about, oftentimes they're going to use this guy, but they might mess up. So they're going to have, maybe they realize that. So then they're over here. Now they got to kind of move, these guys around. They can get out of position easily. So you always want to have that running back on a streak. And just as something like if they bust a coverage, they bust a coverage. But if they don't bust a coverage, this crosser is really good against man coverage. It also gets into a good position if they do want to run some zone. And I'm going to go into a different defense just because the sheds aren't quite as crazy in practice mode. I'm going to talk a little through how you can attack zone within this look. A lot of different ways to attack man out of bunch tight end. One of the other ones real quick, more of like maybe a 2-man under type of look. If you get a 2-man under type of look with this defense, or when you're running this offense, one of the things you can do is go to the play X spot. You're going to do a stem down corner, a drag route, and then you can really do whatever you want on the right side. But this little flat route right here can get kind of a natural pick and rub. And as you see, he's going to be able to get separation against the man coverage. And then another combo that I think is really good against man is simply just this right here. We're going to go with a running back Texas and a drag, and then you can put this guy on a curl or just leave him on whatever. But what we do is we're going to stem. We're going to put the inside guy on a streak and the slot receiver on a corner, stem him all the way down. So it looks like this. And you'll see that slot corner kind of took a step to the inside. He's going to have inside leverage, and that's going to mean that this corner route, if you get a little bit better pass lead than I just did, is going to be a nice way for you to be able to attack man coverage. So we'll show you that one more time. This is out of X spot. You just stem this guy all the way down, streak this guy. Can do really whatever you want on the right side. I just really like the running back Texas and the curl and the drag for attacking man. Sometimes against cover 2 man, because they can't press that guy. Well, I guess the safety played it really good. But if the safety's not there, that could be a potential home run if they're kind of busted a man coverage. But the biggest thing that I wanted to show you is this corner route. We'll see if we can actually get it to win. Doesn't win every time, but if you notice, this slot corner is going to move to the inside. So it takes a step to the inside there. And we're going to actually just highball this. But you see how it kind of, gets into a spot that it makes it really good. Now, that also makes it good against zone. So if they are running zone coverage, what I love about this is we could go to a play like X spot, for example. And because we stem this all the way down, and honestly, because we're motioning across, this will be a really good way to attack kind of that cover 4 zone. As you see, just gets in a really nice soft spot of the zone that's difficult to defend. The other thing that I really like for attacking, I'll actually show you that real quick against cover 2. So if they do run cover 2 and we're in that same kind of situation, we'll just show you here. You got a nice high-low on the left side, and then this corner route is going to run right over the top of that cover 2 zone all day long. So it's really hard to defend that side in a zone look. And, you know, if they have like a soft squat or, you know, they have something that is kind of helping them get more vertical with the corner route, then that's where it's just a simple check down to your drag. This is also why I'm kind of liking this motion over curl, just because it's a nice way to be able to just check down if you don't get what you like. But that tight end drag is really good in those situations. So another play that I really like out of this mesh dig is kind of just building around this crossing route. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to streak the tight end and return route this outside bunch receiver. So you see it looks like this, block the running back, and what you're going to get is kind of just a essentially smash return. If you kind of just boil it down to what it is, there is obviously a little bit of issue just in terms of the just like the way that the slot receiver kind of takes a minute. So if you wanted to, and if you wanted to be a little extra, you could go ahead and put the slot receiver on the crosser. I'd probably just honestly put the slot receiver on the drag. You could run the play like this. There's nothing wrong with that either. It's going to space out about the same. But what's nice is that crosser is really good against man, but it's also really good against zone. Another thing about man coverage that I forgot to mention with the play mesh dig is you have this tight end drag route, which is really good. You can kind of build around this route. So you can put the running back really on whatever. You can block him if you want to. But basically on this left-hand side, we're going to run a streak corner drag combination. And then we have this crosser, Texas, and drag. So this gives you a lot of answers, for being able to attack man-to-man coverage. I'll show you that one more time. So again, we have this crosser, we have this running back Texas, we have this corner, and then if we want to put the streak, we can put the streak. So again, sometimes the corner will get open, but the crosser is really the money route on the play, and it's why you call this play. Those are just some of the basics of bunch tight end. Obviously, there's a ton of other things. This play stick, I didn't even talk about it too much, but put the slot fade on the field, stem him up 3 times, and then you can basically have, just an absolute killer against cover 4, cover 3, cover 2, one play touchdown potential. It's just one of the best ways to attack zone in this game. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this little mini scheme. Obviously, there's a lot more that we could talk about in terms of, how you might want to run this offense. But in general, I think this is a pretty good start. And if you want to learn the entire bunch tight end offense out of the Bowling Green playbook, I have a full ebook in our school community. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below if you guys want to check that out. And this is the bunch tight end.